Hey, it's Jackie Bros.
Dunlap.
And thanks for tuning in, listening on this. It's number 95.
95, only five more
Five
to
more
go.
of these to go, and I'm going to miss all y'all out there, even though I don't know you. And I'm going to miss a lot of the sponsors. I'm going to miss saying the names on here, some of them anyway. But I just want to tell you all what a great time I've had.
This isn't the last episode right here, Jackie. You save your speeches.
Well, I thought I'd just go ahead, and if I forget by then, I just want to say...
Well, then we're going to have 5 episodes of you saying thank you so much and giving a tearful farewell. Why don't you just save it up, write it down if you're afraid you're going to forget it.
I ain't going to forget it. I wrote a poem, everything. I know what I'm going to do.
You wrote a poem for the final episode?
Yeah, but I ain't going to do... That's what I'm going to do, and the last one, this one, I'm saying thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I ain't thanking you. I was about to say I had a good time on here besides you, your language and trying to start stuff outside of that.
Well, you're welcome, Jackie. I had a great time with you, too.
Well,
and despite all the shouting and yelling and shoving, I think that we did some great work here. We really left a legacy that future generations are going to look back on and
there's
say...
100 of them anyway. I don't know who's going to look at them. You don't look at it anyway. You listen with your ears on here.
Well, in the future, when the robots go down into their robot libraries and put on the headphones and say, well, give me an example, computer, of a typical, barely listened to podcast from the mid-2010s. This one's going to roll right up in their head.
I ain't doing
Space.
this. I ain't doing this for
Phones.
robots. They better not listen to this.
Well, it's a good thing you'll be long dead, because that's exactly the kind of thing that ticks a robot off. And they send a ship over to your house and incinerate your family.
Hell.
If you just lay down and don't cause no trouble and pretend like you agree with everything the robots say, your family won't get incinerated. But if you get on this podcast and start F robots this and F them up the a-hole.
I ain't going to say I wouldn't use that language, but I can give them that sentiment. What difference does it make if I'm long dead and me and my family ain't going to be around by then?
You're lucky, but maybe they'll look up Jackie Broles the Fourth and say, like, you're doomed, son, because you're Peapot.
They ain't going to know.
Well, said a bunch of anti-robot inflammatory statements in his barely
I'm just
listened to
telling the
podcast.
truth. I ain't doing. That's all I'm saying is I ain't doing this for robots. I don't sit here and argue with you for no robot. It's a point I'm making.
Don't be a troublemaker, Jackie.
I ain't no damn troublemaker. What the hell are you talking about?
You know, the other flip side of this is that after we get done with these 100 episodes, and maybe they'll somehow slip into the public consciousness. Maybe someone will discover them, and they'll say, hey, this was the greatest thing ever. Sort of like you find some old like jazz or blues singer, and people, and collectors are like, this one was good, and they put that on the turntable, and it turns into a thing where...
Either way, it's just nice people on the Facebook saying they listen to it. If that's all it is, that's fine too, yeah?
Maybe their ancestor, their descendants...
Pass it down.
Will pass it down, and
well,
this will
now
form...
they ain't going to do it because you scared the hell out of everybody about robots. You don't want to get them in trouble.
Our listeners are brave and stand up to tyranny, and maybe their great-grandchildren will form the heart of the robot resistance that resists the robots. People resist the robots. You say robot resistance, it sounds like robots resisting other robots.
Ain't no damn robot.
In my mind...
You full of it. Your mind is full of it. Ain't no just crazy talk. But I just let me thank everybody.
Sure.
Start bringing up a robot.
Okay.
And again, I ain't doing this, not that any robot ever be listening to this, but if it does, this ain't for you. Turn it off.
Drones. Obama's got drones listening to this right now, probably.
I don't think he's
flying around.
I would put it past him, but I don't know why I'm wasting time here. There's stuff going on in the world he needs to be paying attention to besides this mess. That's all I'm going to say about that.
But, Jackie, you're welcome for for your thanks and well wishes, and I enjoyed working with you too. And
no, I wouldn't through.
It's too bad that
it's my turn. You never did let me finish. You keep running your mouth about robots listen. I want to thank everybody out there. I appreciate y'all listening, bro. I tell you, to our old man's eyes, when he rates your reviews, he reads it to me on the iTunes. I tell you what, by the time we get done with these, I'm going to know more about the computer than I ever know in my life. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but either way, I appreciate y'all tuning in, listening on this podcast, and I'm happy to do it for you. So enjoy these last, because that's it.
Yeah, it's too bad we said since the beginning we were only going to do 100 because...
Well, we said it right out the gate. I don't know why everybody said. A lot of people
now
are writing on the Facebook.
Don't go.
Yeah, don't do it. But we told you from the very beginning. Go back, listen to them if you don't believe me. We ain't going to... We said what we're going to do. We set out to do it, and we're going to do it. Finish it out. So thank you.
You're welcome, Jackie.
For listening. Now, I wasn't thanking you. I was thanking the people listening to this. My sponsor this week is a great sponsor. I had him on here before. Old Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out.
Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. Yeah. Get all the animals that you got animal in your house.
It's you know how a possum, raccoon get up on a house or something and whether alive or dead, because, sometimes they die up there.
We weren't sure, but he will get out dead animals.
He will get a dead animal out. It's not a problem. Or if something gets in the house, snake get in there. Some people don't, know how to deal with animals. Like, I know how to get an animal in the house. I don't need to call him.
Jackie grew up in the country.
I grew up on a farm, but there's a lot of people these days.
Without doors, apparently.
What do you mean that? Well, no, animals get in the house. If it wants to, animal figure out how to get. They time everything, look, they study it and get in there.
They're that thorough.
Well, possum, raccoon, wanting that garbage or whatever,
That's why you got to get one of those timers for your lights, so the possum thinks you're home.
Yeah, trick them.
Otherwise, they'll be in there eating your Fruit Loops.
They'll get in there.
When you come home from the PTO meeting.
Big rats or whatever it is. Animal get in the house whether you like it or not. But if you don't like it, you call up old Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. He's got my seal of approval, as well as most people in this town who have had a situation with an animal that would not get out or a dead animal they did not want to touch. He's good at that. So he's got my seal of approval. He's got, just to let you know how revered Johnny Greenstreet and how his skills have helped people in this town out. Dr. Birdman right now has currently hired Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. And there's no bigger praise, no better praise, and if it come from a doctor and a man knows exotic birds, because, he knows animals. You would think Dr. Birdman on his own be able to handle this stuff, but even situations that he gets into, one that he is currently involved in at this time.
It's like Jack Hanna calling Joan Embry over.
Well, yeah, if the snake's too big.
Not for lovemaking.
No. Why did you... No, I don't even...
You don't think they ever...
No, I don't. If they did, I don't want to talk about whatever they did. It don't matter.
Joan Embry aside, can you imagine Jack Hanna making love to anybody?
No, shut your mouth. Why are you...
I tell you what, what we're climbing this bed over here now. I'll just go to town on you.
No, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm trying to...
Let me get my khakis off.
I'm trying to endorse Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. Say all the good that they do.
I got it, Jackie. Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out has been hired by Dr. Birdman to get all of Dr. Birdman's old birds to keep them from attacking him.
Well, no, he's handling that. He got a helmet and everything else, or a beekeeper hat, whatever you call it.
Helmet is not handling stuff. That's just dealing with shrapnel.
Well,
that's like they give you a helmet in the Army, and it's not like, well, war's over. That's like you just getting into it.
He's just taking precautions. You don't want to get a beak in top of the head when it swoop over. Now, it ain't a bunch of them. It's 2 or 3 at a time. They don't all come out. But
they are, and you look behind Dr. Birdman, and there's flocks covering the trees. At first, it seemed to be just the birds that had escaped Dr. Birdman's truck of death, the
It ain't no
cage
truck of
he
death.
had on a flatbed truck.
It is a legitimate business. I don't know why you got to run him down every time. No, it's just where he keeps the
now,
birds.
if you see Dr. Birdman going down the street, every tree behind him, he's just full of birds. I don't know if these are old birds that have escaped or if the birds are telling other birds and they're ganging up, but they do only send 2 or 3 birds in at a time to attack him.
He had a lot of birds on the back of that truck. You know that. And it's, like I said before, it's abandonment issues they don't understand. It was not his fault.
You don't think it's revenge?
It's Murfreesboro City Police's fault. Putting him in jail. Ain't no revenge. He love them birds, and birds love him. It's still like I said, you just get someone jerked out of your life like that, and a bird, you can't tell a bird nothing. They don't know any better. They should be pecking at every police officer in this town's head.
Hey, why don't you go to Ferguson, Jack? You sound like you'd fit right in on the streets.
Oh, don't get me. I ain't got nothing to do with Ferguson. I'm talking about...
Trying to turn the birds against the police.
No.
Whatever happened to law and order in this country?
All right. What they put...
You're the Al Sharpton of birds.
I am not. I ain't no such thing. Don't ever call me Al Sharpton nothing. Now, listen, Dr. Birdman's a friend of mine. There was no reason to put him in jail, and they've admitted that thus far. They just let him loose. Ain't no police record or anything. Could not hold him. Kept him in there I don't know how long. So it's their fault. Birds should be mad at them. That's the point I'm saying. I ain't saying be mean to your policeman. This just got to do with birds. I like policemen just fine. They should not have arrested Dr. Birdman. But he is currently working with Johnny Greenstreet Get Out. And he's going to get... Let me tell you what they got going. They going to get... They have reason to believe. I was told by Dr. Birdman and Greenstreet that this is a 95% certainty that they are now currently holding Hartbird and underneath the Murfreesboro Museum.
So why did he hire Johnny Greenstreet to get out?
He tired Johnny Greenstreet. He's going to get him out of there. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out will get animals out of your house, will get dead animals out of your house, and will kidnap animals from other people's houses or
it's
places?
It's not kidnapping. It's his property. It belongs to him. It's just getting an animal out of anywhere. If you want an animal out of there, he'll get it out. You tell it. I mean, anybody would listen to Dr. Birdman's story and just shed a tear. Just separating this, you look at all the regular birds mad at Dr. Birdman swooping at him 2 or 3 at a time. Imagine what Hartbird is feeling now. Imagine the abandonment issues with that bird. And that bird is sick, too. It's just like he left somebody on a deathbed. Pitiful. Pitiful.
It could be dead and it's a ghost.
It ain't no ghost. Don't start that. Saying that on here. It ain't no ghost.
We should tell listeners that if you hear ghost bird and if you hear hurt bird, it's the same. We're talking about the same.
What?
The same bird.
No, it ain't no such thing as ghost bird.
Then why was the government studying it at Area 51?
They want study. See, these things you get to say in these rumors, that's what people believe. That's what it is. Now, I will go so far with these conspiracy theories to one thing. Now, wherever Hartbird was, people was getting real sick. Now, I thought that was just because, working with animals, animal control, you get sick animals in there all the time. And then, it happened at, Blue Raiders at the football underneath the training, wherever, the locker room, whatever it is.
The Raiders training facility.
The
Raiders warehouse where they keep the footballs.
Where they kept, there was a rumor that they had moved it there. Now, I don't know if that's true. That's because all the water boys, football players got sick. Now, I don't know. But what I'm thinking is, you heard of bird flu, right? Everybody knows what the bird flu. Nobody talks about it anymore. Everybody's scared of old Ebola. Now, this ain't Hartbird's fault. And bird flu, there is a cure for it, but I'm wondering if he got something in his feathers. Coughing, he's sick. He is hurt. We never said sick because, he was mostly...
We thought it was when he got hurt. So you're saying he got hurt at New Year's Eve during the recapture.
He was hurt, and he might got sick too. Is what I'm saying. You know, when you get hurt, your immune system, you know what it does to you. You know,
if you're in a car wreck, they ain't gonna be looking for bird flu.
Well, no, they ain't. That's the point I'm making. That's maybe why Hurt Bird has not gotten well. Plus, they had not have been able to raise the funds for a special doctor to work on Hurt Bird. It just hadn't happened yet. But anyhow, Johnny Greenstreet has, like I said, 95% certainty that Hurt Bird is now underneath the Murfreesboro Museum.
Why is that?
Because everyone at Murfreesboro Museum getting sick. I usually whip in there, get me some popcorn, you know, every at least 3 days a week. You know, best popcorn you ever tasted in your life. And you just get in there, and they have been closed because everybody is just fishy. They say everybody got sick to the stomach, you know, cold, whatever it is, and the entire staff at the Murfreesboro Museum is under weather.
So you, Johnny Greenstreet of Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out, and Dr. Birdman are assuming, because everybody's sick at Murfreesboro Museum, they got hurt ghost bird there.
Well, there's also, now listen, that bird is a tropical bird. He's
either tropical or from the northern lands.
Well, there's a certain climate you got to keep hurt bird at. Now, underneath the museum, as we all know, they have those special rooms where they have to keep the air just a certain way, or all the artifacts in there will crumble. Now, see, that's what makes sense to me. If that bird needs to be, you know, in a locked off space at a certain, temperature to help a bird get better, or whatever, that's what makes sense.
They've got the rooms keep it at good bird temperature.
Well, it's not made for birds. It's made for artifact Murfreesboro history at the Murfreesboro Museum. Everybody's seen this stuff so much they don't need to take it out no more.
Plus, they just keep it in there.
It'll fall apart. There's famous Civil War General Pepic. Remember him?
Oh yeah, they got General Pepic's pipe in
his
there.
Pipe in there, and like the handle off his saber. Now, if the temperature gets regular, if you just open a window or open that door, don't have it set right, those things crumble into dust
right before your eyes, which is cool. They used to do that when you'd go on trips to Murfreesboro Museum in elementary school. They'd take an artifact that nobody liked anymore, and they'd open a window, and you just watch it crumble into dust.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's how everybody knows about that room
fun.
Down there. Yeah. So it makes sense to me, because hurt bird is nobody can know what kind of state this either hurt or sick is all I'm saying.
Or a ghost.
It ain't no ghost. Don't say that. So I think they're going to have it. But bird ain't in a kind of shape where it could tear those things up if you put it in there with it.
You don't think? What if it eats some of them Civil War buttons?
It ain't going to eat no buttons. Last time hurt bird, you had to feed it with a tube or something anyhow. So
I just don't want to get to thrashing around in pain and knock a bunch of them button cases to the ground.
It ain't going to do no such thing. Now, it ain't going to have time to, because that's the point I'm trying to say. They got 95% certainty, and I'm just saying, I ain't saying it's true. You say all these facts together, they got that, whatever that thing is down there, a special, building tank, whatever, keep the air temperature just right.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, everybody in there sick. They had to close it up. It's been closed for a week and a half now. I ain't been able to get no popcorn. It's been that long. And you mouth get to missing that flavor, I tell you right now. I know that for sure, because I go down there. Everybody is sick. Said picture had it written on a piece of paper taped in the window. Murfreesboro Museum closed. Everybody's sick.
And then when they come back, I'll take that paper, save it for the exhibit for the time everybody at Murfreesboro Museum got sick.
Well, who knows? This may be this history developing right now.
You never know. Sometimes history happens right for your eyes, and you don't even realize it till later. You're like, huh. That was history.
You don't know what.
So they save everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
like they say when they started making the Murfreesboro Museum popcorn breakfast burritos, and that was a big deal.
Yeah.
And they just take one of them tortillas and they kind of wipe it on the bottom of the popcorn cage.
Took the taste away. I didn't want. I mean,
it was good. Nobody liked it.
It was good, but I just want the popcorn.
Just
taste
the popcorn
in my mouth
without tortilla.
Tortilla on there.
I mean, they would scoop the popcorn up and put it down into a tortilla that wiped around on the bottom of it. But it was like, just give me a cup.
That's what I said. I just used that tortilla when they was doing that just as a holder. You just unwrap it, just eat that popcorn and throw tortilla away. It's a waste,
and it was a big waste.
Yeah.
And we, there was a problem with just like in Murfreesboro, just tortillas just thrown on the ground. People were like, and then they had that big campaign. It was like, put your tortilla in the trash.
Tortilla. They had that exhibit about that at the Murfreesboro Museum.
And that was a good exhibit because they had the tortillas, they had the sign said put it in the trash,
had pictures
trash
of the
can,
had newspaper, had that whole campaign, clean up,
and people slipping on them like banana peels. That part was funny. That was funny.
Yeah,
and then they had Murfreesboro Play Actors Club come in and do like 5 best falls. Like here's Miss Purtle.
Yeah.
Like, remember when she went down?
You can't have Miss Purtle take but one fall, and everybody enjoyed that, so you get the actor play. It's just like reenactment on, Unsolved Mystery or something, except just people falling down. That was one of the best shows. That's the best money I ever spent going to Murfreesboro Museum, no offense about the other productions or anybody in that, but when they dress up in a dress, fall down, that's
really funny.
It's a funny show.
They didn't have enough of that on Unsolved Mysteries. Robert Stack should have been like now watch as she slips down to the
I thought
sidewalk.
he just himself.
Him falling. That would be good too. Like, and no one knows whatever happened to Janice Michelson. And whoa. That would have been amazing. I don't know why.
I don't know.
He gets tangled up in his overcoat.
After a while, you're going to get tired of that. You just want to get to the mystery. And you wait for him to get up, dust himself off, all that. I don't think that's going to work. But anyway, Murfreesboro Museum, I don't know. If I had to lay down $1, I'd go with them. It's the 95% certainty they are planning. I ain't going to say what. All I know, if Hurtbird's in there, ain't nobody going to get him out, but one person has Johnny Greenstreet. Johnny Greenstreet's get out.
Wait a minute. So, you're on a podcast describing a secret operation that's about to go down with Dr. Birdman and Johnny Greenstreet sneaking in to the damn Murfreesboro Museum like they're trying to get Osama bin Laden. I think Osama bin Laden's here in this compound. It's like Zero Dark Birdie.
What?
And you're blabbing about it. You're the loose lips that sink a ships. Oh, loose lips brawls, I ought to call you.
We can go back, cut this out. Hang on. I didn't think it through.
Tap a microphone.
All right. How many times? I don't know how to.
Just
I forget the number when you have to erase this stuff. How you do it? I
7
didn't think
times.
It through. I just got excited to talk about. I was trying to help Johnny Greenstreet get out. Dr. Birdman too. You might as well mention him on here, but I didn't mean to.
John Greenstreet's gonna want that $25 back.
No, we gonna erase it. He ain't ever gonna hear this. Ain't nobody ever gonna hear this. I didn't think it through. I saw. How many times I gotta erase it?
7 times.
7. All right, hang on.
I think you missed one.
What?
That was either 5 or 6.
All right, hang on. Can I say it as I do it?
Yeah. That doesn't mess anything up.
I didn't know if you hear on this thing. Hang on.
I know. It's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, start over. Hey, Stacky Bros.
Hey, everybody, I'm Dunlap.
And I got a good sponsor. Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. You got any kind of animal in there, any kind of shape, healthy, sick, whatever. I didn't.
Why are you cussing so much?
I'm messing up. I want to erase that too. I don't want to hear nobody hang. 7 damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, Stacky Bros.
Hey, everybody, it's Dunlap. Oh, what? I guess I messed up. Do it 7 more times.
Why don't you do it?
No, it don't work that way.
What do you mean it don't work that way? You the one messed up. You hit it 7 times.
I didn't write the book on podcasting. I don't know.
Well, hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, hell. Hey, it's Jackie, bro.
Hey, everybody, it's Dunlap over here.
I got to thank for tuning in. I want to thank all y'all for listening. This is number 95. 95. Got 5 more to go. I want to thank everybody for listening. Rate your reviews. Bring a tear to old man's eye. Appreciate it. Reading all that stuff. If you ain't done it yet, you got 5 more times to do it. And I hope everybody listen to this. And this ain't for robots. Right now, I'm going to say it. I got a good sponsor on this podcast. It's all Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. You get an animal, no matter what kind it is, or how angry, sick, or whatever, if it's in your house, if it's dead, and you're stinking, he'll get in under them floorboards. He'll get down in there. He'll get that animal out, dead or alive. That's Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. Everybody been in the situation. Well, I hadn't. I know how to get an animal out of my house, and I got more sense than that. But some people don't know animals that well, and if anybody knows animals, it's Johnny Greenstreet, and what he knows about them is how to get them out. So if you're in that situation, you know who to call. Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out.
What if you have an animal being held in the Murfreesboro Museum for study, like they don't know if it's a ghost or not? Will he get that out? Like him and Dr. Birdman together planning something? Will he get that out, or is that like a special case? Would you have to pay extra for that, maybe?
What?
I'm just wondering. I just had some questions.
Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. I said what he does. You don't need to ask no questions. Silly questions that don't make no sense. Lies you make it up about John Greenstreet's, how he gets an animal out wherever it is, healthy or not. You hire him, you comes to your house. If you leave the door open, something wanted in, and you scared of it, he'll get it out. That's it.
Is he still an EMT?
What?
He used to be. When first time he was a sponsor on here, he was still doing his EMT work, and he started this on the side. He had a truck with a magnet on it.
He still does that as far as I know.
So it's still a sideline for him.
Well, yeah, but he'll make time that it don't matter if he's on, if he's doing that, he's still whip around, come over your place, get that animal out.
Does he ever use an EMT truck, ambulance to whatever they
that's
drive?
got the sign. That's half of it.
I see.
Scanning out of there.
Oh, he just pulls up and blares a siren. A lot of times them animals run right. Fox run right out.
Well, you still got to pay him. He pulled up there. Sometimes it just confuses the animal, and he just takes advantage of that moment, and he'll get it out. That's what he'll do.
And sometimes he does like Ocean's 11 stuff, like planning a big heist.
Well, it depends on the situation. There's all sorts of situations where he will get an animal out. I'm not going to get into all those situations on here.
Sure, there's a lot of theoreticals.
But he will get it out, rest assured.
So that is Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out.
I said,
Jackie sponsor this week?
I said it. All right, just do yours. You don't have to say mine. Johnny Greenstreet's Get Out. I say it. That's it.
Also a good EMT. He cut my cousin Charlotte out of a pickup truck once.
Well, if he depends on what kind of bind you're in. If they can get an animal out, he can get cousin out.
Jackie, I got a sponsor this week. What are you saying about my family? I got a sponsor this week.
I didn't.
Things are still tense here in Murfreesboro, folks. And if you've been listening to the podcast for the last few weeks, you are probably sick of us saying the word Sullivan and McKinley, but I can't.
I am.
But, you turn on the news, maybe you're sick of the words ISIS. Maybe you're sick of the word Syria.
All of it, yeah.
It's still happening. You can't just stick your head in the sand like a damn ostrich. Nobody wants to hang around with an ostrich. Things have gone from bad to, I'd say, worse. There's going to be a big peace summit. You remember last week, Jackie, we talked about it.
I was all for it. I don't care. I'm going to say right now, I don't care who's running it, who's in charge of it. If it's meant to get people to start acting civil and like humans again,
yep,
I was all for it.
It was Coley's Christian Cinemas.
Well, yeah. Fine.
Teaming up with Mayor T.T. Slott.
Oh, she ain't the mayor. She is that organization.
She is the head of the organization that runs Murfreesboro.
I agree that somebody needs to step in, but
Murfreesboro
I
Bottled
don't
Water
think former
Association.
prostitute is. I don't even know why they let her run
You
that.
cannot let that go.
Well,
Did
it's
people
just not
say Ronald Reagan was a former actor over and over again to the ad nauseum?
That's different.
Nope. They said he's the president, and we're lucky to have him. And people forgot that he even was an actor with that money.
Well, he was more famous as president than he ever was as an actor. He found his calling.
Well, I would say T.T. Slott is more famous as a local businesswoman.
Ow.
And more famous as
All
now
right,
the mayor of
just
Murfreesboro.
Get on with it, fine, but she is not the
They
mayor.
had to, Murfreesboro Bottled Water Association had to take over the town because the police and the mayor were derelict in their duties.
Well, it's crazy around here. Ain't nobody doing
They
nothing.
let things flare up. They handled it poorly. That's why restaurants such as Peanut Pockets had their own security team, the Peanut Pockets Patrol.
I don't know why anybody eat there right now in the middle of all this. I know people got to eat, but
Jackie's saying that the birds should attack the police.
I just saying they deserve it. I did not tell no individual bird to attack anybody. I'm saying under the circumstances that they're upset about, they're mad at the wrong person. That's all I'm saying. I never said that bird go and get the police.
That may have been cut out of this episode. I'm not sure. It might have been cut out.
I know.
We had to do some editing, folks. You wouldn't even be aware of it. But now the slot cops running the city.
Slot cops?
Running a tight ship.
What?
And they've paved the way. You know, the streets were quiet leading up to the peace screening.
Is that? I thought that was Salvation Army out there.
No, that's how slot cops dress now.
Like a Salvation Army?
Yes, she found a bunch. She's trying to save the city money, and so she's like, "Well, can't we just get their outfits at a Salvation Army?" And they went in the Salvation Army, and they just happened to have a bunch of actual Salvation Army outfits in the Salvation Army. I didn't know they had those in there. I never go in there. I like to buy clothes that smell clean and new from Walmart.
Well,
not clothes that come out of somebody's dead grandmother's hamper.
Right. You don't need to run them. They do it. They're good for a good cause.
For poor people. I have money and I'm affluent. I don't need to wear somebody's hand-me-downs.
You ain't affluent nothing. Just what? I don't need.
There hadn't been a hurricane. I don't need your leftovers. Well, I will go buy my own shirt.
If this town keeps going the way it is, it may be worse than a hurricane. That may be the only clothes left around is going to Salvation Army.
Well, regular people cannot. That's been outlawed. If you are a regular citizen and you have a Salvation Army uniform in your home, you better burn it or join the police force and become a slot cop because it's illegal to impersonate a slot cop.
Doing traffic and everything else.
She's trying to bring law and order back to this city, Jackie.
Well, everybody's still at each other's throats.
Scofflaws like you egging the birds on.
I ain't egging.
It makes it harder and harder for them.
I ain't saying no such a thing. I ain't got nothing to do with any of this craziness. People are idiots.
So Mayor T.T. Slott.
She is not the mayor.
And Coley's Christian Cinemas. They had Coley's Christian Cinema. They had a special peace screening. They were going to have it for the damn Blended. They were going to show Blended because it was about people coming together. Drew Barrymore's family, Adam Sandler's family, they get together, go to damn Africa. But they could not agree on Blended, even though they'd kept the Coley's prisoners who do the editing on the Christian films up for 48 hours straight according to the prisoners union, under inhumane circumstances.
What? So prisoners are mad. Things are tense in Coley's prison now. There have been people setting their beds and toilet paper on fire. It's rough. I talked to Don Jekyll Jr.
He said he's never seen it like that in there. He said
should be used to people acting like heathens. He's still locked up, and that's where it belongs.
Reflects the atmosphere out on the streets in the prison, he says. And then he said a bunch of Marxist philosophy. So I don't know what's happened to him in there. But he's changed. He's a changed man.
We'll
you want people to change in prison, don't you?
We'll wait and see on that.
So the Coley's prisoners do the editing for Coley's Christian Cinemas when they edit the movies out, take out the cussing and the sex.
They also put the Bible pages in the snack food.
Right, they rip those out of the Bible. That's
Coley's
editing.
Snacks, and then they run a theater too. But yeah.
So the prisoners stayed up getting the movie ready, blended. They cut out the middle half of the movie, replaced it with a Billy Graham crusade from 1978. And it worked pretty good because you do the Billy Graham crusade, then you come back and everybody's one big happy family.
Well, that's true. Billy Graham make you feel good. I wish he's still around today.
But it was McKinney that could not agree on blended because I don't know why I never looked that far past in that picture. The whole reason Sullivan and McKinley mad at each other is McKinley found a picture of his sister Lynette with he thinks Sullivan's hand on her boob.
All right, enough. I don't want to hear it all again, over and over again.
And in the back of that photograph, they're watching Click, movie Click with Adam Sandler. I never noticed that before because I was just like, boob.
Enough.
So McKinley thought that was a slap in the face. So they were trying to get another movie in. The prisoner said they didn't have time to edit something else. It all just fell apart. McKinley left in a huff. Jim Beavers in tow.
What? Jim Beavers?
Jim Beavers is McKinley's personal cable installer now.
What? He took a side in all this?
Remember, they get run off the road. McKinley ordered him back to
I know he got run off the road. I thought he wouldn't have nothing to do with these crazy people. They're all nuts.
Jim Beavers don't know what he's just happy not to be being run off the road. People need protection. People People are joining sides that they think offer them the most protection.
I ain't got nothing to do with this. It's crazy if they're taking a side. There's no reason for any side. It's crazy. Everybody, if anybody listening to this, look in the mirror and see if you're human, if you got any intelligence at all, and tell yourself you're an idiot if you involved in any of this craziness. Just go in the mirror and look at it and call yourself an idiot. Pitiful.
And when Jim Beavers left, he said, "Suddenly, Susan." They didn't give me any money, so I don't feel like I'm obligated to mention that on here.
Suddenly, Susan.
Yeah, Suddenly, Susan.
All right.
Anyway, so Peace Summit fell apart, but we got it back to the table. Mayor T.T. Slott ordered them back to the table. McKinley and Sullivan both came, and they said, okay, you know what? Just forget the movies. That's a waste of time.
What?
Movies are a big waste of time. Next week, Murfreesboro City Fair. Everybody in town will be in attendance. Everybody loves the fair.
Well, yeah.
Autumn, fall, right around the corner. Can you smell it? Can you smell that pumpkin spice? Here it comes, Jackie.
I like a Murfreesboro Fair. I always go have a good time.
Fair time. So at the Murfreesboro City Fair, well, now it's called the T.T. Slott and the Murfreesboro Bottled Water Association, Town of Murfreesboro City Fair.
What?
They're having Peace Summit. They're going to have it over by the llama tied to the Pepsi machine. So go get you a Pepsi, pet the llama, let it lick the can, and watch Peace in our time.
Well, I hope if everybody goes, whether you're petting the camel or not, you just instead of
how you get a camel and a llama confused?
Whatever, they got all sorts of animals chained up all over the fair.
They have them in pens, cages, sometimes just kind of barricaded under the stairs.
That's one reason I go to see all animals.
Oh, they got them at Murfreesboro
City Fair.
T.T. Slott and Murfreesboro Bottled Water Association, Town Murfreesboro City Fair.
It don't matter what you're petting. A llama, camel, it don't matter. Just act like a decent human being. Just act right, and nobody has to worry about nothing.
Well, that's the theme of the fair this year, Jackie.
Wow.
Hydrate good and brotherhood.
Hydrate good.
Well, water. You got to work that in somehow.
Well, I just go to the fair and act regular. Just don't take a side.
Just go down to the fair, have a good time. Coley's going to have its dunk booth back. They're doing demons and prisoners again. So
we baptize them, yeah.
If you go at a certain time, they'll have demons, have people in red makeup. You dunk them. That makeup washes off. They come out. Everything's all right.
Well, that's what it all washes off. Jesus
washed away your sins and your makeup.
Yeah.
And that's why Pentecostals don't wear that makeup.
Well,
they're like, Jesus already took this off my face. I didn't need any of them.
Well, they ain't there to have fun. They ain't there to have fun. It's fun hitting a person watching them dunk, but it's also, somebody splashing the water always funny, but you also learning something.
And it gives them Coley prisoners maybe a chance to cool down.
Well, yeah.
If they setting stuff on fire and they mad because they in jail.
Well, get them out there, put some makeup on.
It's mostly volunteers, but Don Jekyll Jr., who's still in Coley's prison, he told me they've never seen as many people volunteer to be prisoners sign up for the dunk booth as this year.
Well, they do anything, get out of jail.
Virtually all of them. So they got so many that prisoners are going to be dressed up as demons, too. So about half the prison's going to be in demon makeup, and half of them going to be just regular get dunked in the water.
Maybe they learned something.
But they wear the striped prison uniform.
Well, that's still funny.
Cartoon, yeah. It's funny even if you don't dunk them, they look like idiots.
Well, yeah.
So hopefully next week, all this Sullivan-McKinley strife will be behind us. T.T. Slott will have brought this town, giving it law and order again.
Just everybody act like you're a decent human being. You ain't got what? Don't make any sense.
We'll see Sullivan and McKinney shaking hands and petting the llama. Maybe when it's all done, the whole town will gather around and enjoy a good heaping handful of that good Murfreesboro Museum popcorn.
Well, yeah.
Communal-like.
Everybody, I'm just going to say, if under certain circumstances, there may not be a reason for everybody to be sick here no more, and be open, we'll get some popcorn.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, there's Jackie, bro.
Hey, y'all know me.
Yeah.
Dunlap.
Yeah, maybe.
The man.
Well,
Dunlap the man.
yeah.
Folks, it's the end of August. September's just around the corner. When you listen to this, it may be September.
Yeah.
It may be, hell, it may be October.
Why would they?
You might be listening to this in November.
Is it still on the computer that long?
It sticks around, Jackie. Long tail. You can listen to these whenever you want to. They stick around. There's no scrubbing these off the internet.
Yeah.
That's why the robot's in the future.
All right.
So I hope y'all had a great summer.
Yeah, well.
September, I guess summer ain't over till what? September 21st, officially.
I ain't cash it, yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, when August is over, that's it. Labor Day.
Weather change everything, yeah.
Can't wear white suits.
Everybody have fun on Labor Day.
Go out on the lake, but don't get drunk. But don't get so drunk that one of you can't drive the boat.
Yeah, one person got to at least stay sober enough to
Get
drive
that
a boat
back into the damn...
They'll get you for that. They got them out there. They're looking for you.
You think it ain't international waters. It's just damn Thames Ford Lake. You can get arrested. They got cops on boats now.
Yeah.
You think, oh, I'm free. I can do whatever I want. I can just piss off the side of this boat and
If nobody
roll around naked on the deck.
Get in the water and go. Don't do it with your thing out. Just get in the water. Nobody see you what you're doing under there.
Well, you never know.
What?
I mean, I always heard they got them detectors, like in the city pools, they tell you when somebody...
It's a lake. Fish go in it. Everybody go in a lake.
That's chaos, Jackie. Your way is chaos.
That's what nature is. You live on a farm. There's bathroom everywhere. All the animals got to do it. Everybody does it. What do you mean it's chaos? You shovel that out of a stall.
So we're going down into the damn lake to piss. Labor Day weekend. Hope everybody has a great one.
Well, I ain't going down there. It's been years since I've been down there.
You don't get on the lake no more?
I work on Labor Day. I don't care what it is. If people come back from the lake, gonna whip in here and get a barbecue sandwich. Iced tea, sun drop, whatever they want. I gotta be here.
Maybe when you retire, you can get you a boat and just...
I might do it. I just might do it.
Just sail away.
I ain't gonna sail away. What do you mean?
Like go on down to Jamaica.
What? I ain't going to Jamaica.
Just get on out of here. What you should do, Jackie, because you're pretty old and infirm now, you should get on a boat and we'll do you like a damn Viking. We'll put you on a boat. Now, you can still be alive, though.
Ain't nobody gonna put me on a boat.
But nearly dead. Now, we'll get you on that boat by hook or by crook.
Oh, hell.
And we'll, like, cut the rope, and there you go down the river, and we'll shoot some flaming arrows at you. I don't know if that's Vikings or Game of Thrones.
What?
We'll shoot some flaming arrows at you, and you'll burn up on that boat, and you won't have to worry about getting sick no more.
All right, enough of it. You ain't gonna burn me up on old boat. If I get a boat off after I retire, I may go do some fishing. It's been years, but I always enjoy it.
Maybe you can come over, stop by the bank where we'll be shooting our flaming arrows.
What? The bank?
Not the bank of Murfreesboro, the
on the
riverbank.
Riverbank, I know. You better not be shooting nothing of me on the banks.
I won't be shooting them at you, just into the river.
Enough.
Although I bet you, if I walk into the damn Bank of Murfreesboro with a flaming arrow, they'll fill my sack up with money faster than you can shit.
Oh, hell.
They'll say, here you go, Mr. Dunlap, sorry about the delay. And I'll say, all right, well, you all barely missed getting this flaming arrow up your ass.
All right.
But you did pretty good.
That's Robin Hood. He used to steal from the banks and give to poor people.
I don't see how this is similar.
What do you mean? It's Arrow, Robin Hood.
Right. No, but I'm keeping it.
I know you would. I'm just saying you got an arrow. That's what Robin Hood used to do. Fox, he'd shoot better arrow than everybody, and he'd get the gold, give it to all the different animals.
Now, no animals are getting my money.
Oh.
I'm keeping every cent.
You ain't going to keep nothing.
Plus, did Robin Hood shoot arrows that was on fire?
I'm sure he did at some point in time. Can't remember the whole thing. You said everything, half the time. What's the point of having an arrow if it ain't on fire at some point?
That's true.
Split the apple on the head. I know that wasn't on fire. Could get burn somebody's hair off. I don't know.
So happy Labor Day, everybody. Enjoy your flaming arrows and your drinking on a boat. Be careful, don't run over nobody. Everybody, news always can't wait to hear the first person dies on the lake. Listen, this time, don't give them that pleasure.
Yeah.
If you die on a lake, just keep it a secret.
I wouldn't be surprised Channel 5, all the media down there trying to, get you to wreck or something.
Here, have another one, boys.
Yeah,
we don't have our lead story tonight.
That's right.
Channel 5. Killing people left and right. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't put it past them in our media.
Ever since Chris Clark left us.
He's no longer. I like old Dan Miller, too. He's gone.
Bill Hall.
In fact, Sajak's gone, but he ain't dead. He just gone over.
He went to Wheel of Fortune.
Doing
much better now.
He's been doing that for a long time now.
Folks, these are local Nashville newscasters.
Yeah.
We reach a nationwide audience, Jackie. You can't just say Dan Miller or Chris Clark. as I did and expect people to know what we're talking about.
Well,
I mean, people generally probably don't know what we're talking about, but in this case, it's because
unless
they're
you
local
live
newscasters.
here at Tennessee, Central, Middle Tennessee, you ain't gonna know who these people are. Well, talk about something everybody knows about.
Tan suit? Speaking of Labor Day,
Yep.
Obama got his tan suit in before the fashion deadline, I guess.
Some people say he's trying to look like Reagan. Let me tell you right now, just don't even try.
Racist.
What?
Saying Obama can't look like Reagan.
I mean, just what he stands for, not him, his skin. But, I mean, he ain't gonna look like Reagan. Ain't no way I'm just saying. I mean, besides that.
Who would you say is the black Reagan?
What?
If we had to name a black Reagan, it doesn't have to be political, just, cool as hell.
I like good Dr. Ben Carson. I know that's political, but.
Reagan, he had a lot of positive attributes, Ronald Reagan. I don't know he would have been a good doctor. Now, I would have liked to hear if you got something terminal. Now, Reagan would have been a good person to hear that
He'd be
from.
your best person to talk to if you's on your deathbed. You won't get a call from Ronald Reagan, make you be ready to go on to glory.
Bedside manner,
Yeah.
impeccable. I don't know if I want his hands in my chest cavity.
Why?
But, that doesn't mean he ain't a leader. He could be the leader of the doctors. Now, if Reagan would come in that operating room and was like, okay,
Oh, yeah, overseeing. I want him to oversee whatever is available, yeah.
get those clamps in there. But I don't know that he's the person I want cutting on my
Well, all right, he's not
organ.
a doctor. Isn't it racist to make him black? He's just what he is, isn't it? It's racist to say a black Reagan.
You always try and turn this around on me.
Well, you the one saying on me all the time. You can't say nothing right, or I can't, and you just get to say whatever you want.
Yes.
No.
That's how this podcast
If you
set
look, if you black, you black. If you's white, you white. That's it. Nothing you can do about it, good or bad. All I'm saying is if I make Obama try to be Reagan, that's racist. If you trying to make a black person be Reagan, like Obama's trying to do, that's racist too. So Obama's racist.
So people said he was trying to be Reagan because Reagan wore a tan suit?
Yeah, Reagan, wore a tan suit, I think.
He wore
Every
whatever
now and
he
then,
wanted to.
I mean, yeah, but everything looked good on him. It don't matter what he wear.
I wish we had a president who every time he talked, he took off his jacket. Like in the middle of a thing, he just starts taking it off. Like,
Wow.
let me just get this off here. And he just kind of drops it on the ground. He doesn't hang it up or anything. He just kind of drops it on the ground. It's like, okay, let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
Well, half the time Obama talks on anything, he just wearing a shirt.
I like the action of coming in a jacket
All right.
and then taking it off.
It's like a men's clothing store commercial.
No, it sends a signal that you take your job seriously, but you don't stand on ceremony.
Why?
Like when things you respect that president needs to wear a jacket, unlike Obama.
Well, I tell you right now, what you saying, Obama should have took that tan jacket off, yeah.
He could have took that off and then somebody handed him a darker color.
They say, oops.
I don't know what I was thinking, folks.
Now, a tan suit, him looking silly in a tan suit is one thing. But what comes out of his mouth is what is, tan suit's funny. What come out of his mouth's scary to me.
What did he say? He's going to wear another tan suit?
No, he said they ain't got no strategies on ISIS.
Oh.
But hey, what you gonna do? Everybody's concerned and cutting heads off this left and right over there, whatever they're doing. It ain't good. What you gonna do about it? I ain't got no strategy. What would you do?
Did he ask a reporter?
No, he didn't, but he might as well have. What do y'all think I should do? Somebody tell me, because I sure as hell don't know. Y'all like my suit? It's a suit I think he wore it as a distraction.
To make people think he was something wrong with him in the head.
No, just everybody end up talking about the suit because that's the kind of world we live in now, which he did. He looked funny in it, I understand.
That was stupid.
But everybody talk about that shit and not having a strategy for the end of the world.
I'll tell you, though, Jackie, it's hard to come up with a strategy for the end of the world. I mean, you can have a strategy for Russia. You can have a strategy for when things go to shit in Iraq, Syria, Ebola, Israel, that damn border crisis.
Yeah.
You can have a separate strategy. When all this stuff starts coming together at once, it's hard to say, you can't combine it all into one big super strategy. A lot of moving parts there.
Well, just I understand that, but at least have an idea what to do.
You should never say you don't have a strategy if you're the president.
Well,
even if you don't, I'm sure he don't have a strategy, but why is he going to come out and tell us that? It's just scaring us to death. I don't have a strategy. You could have kept that to yourself.
It's just like he's America's football team. He's a coach. You go in there, you lootly, and you're losing big time. You out on field, come second half, you get in there with coach, and you got the chalkboard there, and there ain't no X's, O's, lines, L's, anything on there. And what we gonna do, coach? Well, I ain't got no strategy. It's what it is right there.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Huh?
There's not that many black coaches.
What?
It's rare.
All right, you know what I mean. They didn't have many black presidents till now. And it ain't got nothing to do with him being black.
Well, you said we didn't have many black presidents.
Well,
till
they don't.
now.
I didn't say. Should I say we should or shouldn't have? I just said we hadn't. That's just a fact. The same with football. I'm sure there's some black men that coach just fine. They just, for whatever reasons. I'm just saying there's hope for them. It's what the point I was trying to give out.
Whatever
hope.
Those reasons are. Yeah, but the thing with the end of the world, this is what scared me, and we can just go ahead and say that it's the end of the world,
well,
right?
It looks
can we
like
just go
it
ahead
every
and say
day.
that?
Yeah. Gets worse and worse.
Things are working together in such a frightening way. So many little flare-ups here and there. To me, it seems like we may not even make it to episode 100.
Well, there's a good chance of that.
I mean, and that's, that will be y'all's loss.
Well, we'll do our best to do it, but I mean, hell, if it's World War III.
It's going to be low on our list of priorities.
Well,
I mean, I'll try to do one.
Well, it just depends on circumstances what that day is, in World War III. Different things happen on every day of World War III.
Yeah, if you watch them World War II documentaries, they're like, this happened on this day, and then the next day this happened.
Yeah.
Really?
Every day on something, World War II, this happened on, it'd go on for hours. You watch the History Channel about World War II all damn day.
If they go day by day, it's exhausting.
Well, I'm just saying, a lot happens in the world wars. I tell you, the world going the way it is now, world wars will be started over less than what's happening.
It's like we're just waiting for somebody to shoot Franz Ferdinand.
Who?
Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, yeah.
I think Putin saying we're all watch out for nuclear Russia.
He just
rolling right into Ukraine.
He just, puffing up at, letting you know.
ISIS taking pictures of themselves in Chicago. That was real, right? Was that real?
In Chicago.
They took a picture like, look, we're here in Chicago. We're here at the White House. We're here on the streets of Ferguson. Everywhere it could be Photoshop.
I think somebody recognized ISIS out there, wouldn't they?
Well, they took what did they do? They had like a picture of the ISIS flag. This could all be bullshit, but I saw somebody had and then they tweeted it. That's the one thing about ISIS. They use a lot of social media.
Well, it's a good thing for me. I just barely know anything about computers, so ISIS, I can go on my day usually without having to hear it if I don't turn on the news.
This will be the first World War fought via tweets.
Well, whatever that is, sounds awful. Tweets is where you say, wait, tweets is only, 4 words?
It's
Facebook's a lot of words, and tweets is
4 words.
You can only say, like, hi, or how you doing, or goodbye, something like that. That's all people do on there. Well, that's scary. I was just taking a picture of themselves in Chicago, putting up on Twitter saying hi. That's scary as hell.
How you doing?
They ain't got to say much more than that. Rick Perry now, besides his troubles, which I don't get into, it waste time.
Still don't understand it, really.
He's saying they coming up over a border.
Borders. They get the people down here on the border. Got to keep ISIS out. I guess they're teaming up with I seen that on some conservative blogs. Mexican drug cartels and ISIS teaming up, Jackie.
Wow.
Teaming up. I don't know if any of that's real, but I saw people write stories
Why would the team?
about it. I don't know. And then they're sneaking across the border. I guess ISIS disguising themselves as children.
That I wouldn't put it past them. And now National Guard's down there. He's doing what he can. But National Guard can't solve everything, especially hungry as they are.
There was a story out, National Guard can't, they got to pay for their food up front, I think, and then they get reimbursed when they get paid, and they're having to go to food banks.
Yeah. Somebody got to feed them. They can't be down there. You don't want them malnourished when the ISIS comes their way. You need
dressed like a little kid.
Well,
you lost, little boy?
You don't know.
And then sword comes out.
Could be.
It's like that Bugs Bunny cartoon or that Wayans Brother movie.
What?
Where the baby is a grown man disguised as a baby, only it's ISIS in there.
Yeah, I'd see that movie. I mean, I like it. Spy espionage. You know, I like James Bond movies. I'd go see that. Yeah.
That would be a good way to reboot James Bond, baby James Bond.
I like old, what's his name? Harrison Ford's. Indiana Jones. Who is he? Jack Ryan.
I forgot about those.
What do you mean you forgot? He's better than James Bond. Really, I love James Bond movie, old ones. But Jack Ryan, he's, married, settled down. I mean, wild is, James Bond. He still get the job done.
But he goes home to a wife, has dinner.
Decent man, yeah.
James Bond can't help it. James Bond got needs.
Well, he is what he is. I ain't telling him to change. I'm just saying, old Jack Ryan's,
You think
man.
Jack Ryan don't look at James Bond and say, oh, damn, I wish I was out getting some of that, playing Baccarat?
Well, I don't. He just, no, he does his job. It saves America.
And then he doesn't even get no strange?
He's happy going home with just his wife. His wife is a very nice, attractive woman.
If I saved the world, no matter how nice and attractive my wife was and how good her pot roast was, I would expect some supermodel.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, full of it.
To come up to me and say, I'm full of gratitude. And I'd say, well, you about to be full of James damn Bond.
Well, right now,
Dunlap Bond.
Enough. Right now, James Bond's better than Jack Ryan. Because, England come out and said, we got a strategy. They come out and said it. Said, we going to take care of stuff. And then they go to Obama. I ain't got no strategy. I ain't got no plans. Wish it was a Jack Ryan. He could take care of all this.
There ain't no Jack Ryan, no Jackie. There ain't no James Bond.
I know there ain't. We just got Obama.
Just Obama. And his
neither Jack Ryan or James Bond will wear that suit.
Jack Ryan might wear that suit.
Well,
not Harrison Ford Jack Ryan, but
maybe going to
rebooted Jack Ryan might wear that suit.
Yeah. I didn't like that new Jack Ryan. I was excited to go see it. I didn't like it.
You want to see 70-damn-year-old Harrison Ford as Jack Ryan?
Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, he's the best Jack Ryan there is.
Well, Jack Ryan can't do everything just to please Jackie Brawls.
Well, you said Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, he's doing Star Wars again. 80, have old is 70 or something. Why can't he do something good like Jack Ryan?
I already hurt his leg doing Star Wars.
Well,
Maybe if they put Jack Ryan in a wheelchair.
It'd still be good. He uses his mind as much as his might.
Does Jack Ryan become president in the books?
I don't read the books. I just know the movie. I don't know.
If there was a Jack Ryan movie where Jack Ryan does a lot of sitting down and lounging.
He already been president, Air Force One.
Yep, he was a good president in Air Force One.
Well, he couldn't have served as many terms. He'd have to, at the age he is now.
It'd be all in the bathroom. President bathroom.
What?
He'd be running the bathroom every 5 minutes.
He's too old to be president, especially if he was president back in, is the point I'm trying to make. President can't serve that many terms.
Maybe he lost. I don't know. Was he on his second term in Air Force One?
I don't remember. I don't know.
He could have lost that election because it'd be like, oh, that plane stuff was weird, huh? Let's get somebody.
No, that'd make everybody love him. He killed Russians up in the plane. Everybody think he's something else. Now, I see Star Wars, all that science fiction, crazy stuff. You can have him go into space, come back old, like Star Trek can get on that. I think they all got old. One episode, get shot with a ray or something. Monster made them all go get real old. They all had gray hairs on the ship. Now, so Star Wars make him old. That makes sense. I don't know about president.
President makes you old. Everybody gets gray-haired, and president looks awful by the time they leave.
Well, yeah, that's true at the end of it all, yeah.
I think that gray suit, that tan suit, was just to distract from his gray hair.
Yeah.
He's having a midlife crisis at 50, whatever. He's like, I'm going to try to spruce things up.
Well, he don't need to worry about his midlife crisis. He need to worry about World War III crisis. No strategy.
At least now that we know he has no strategy, other people can feel free to give him one. Like before, smart people who know what they're doing might have said, well, I don't want to offend him with this strategy that could save everything.
No, by all means, everybody tell if you got any idea.
He said he had nothing. He got nothing.
Well, Ted Cruz comes out today. He said he got a strategy. Old Ted Cruz.
What's his strategy?
He said gonna bomb them ISIS back to the Stone Age. That's his strategies.
That's his strategy for everything.
Well, maybe sometimes that...
What age are they in now?
I don't know. Guns, they got guns.
Is it age that hasn't progressed past head chopping?
Well,
that may not be the Stone Age, but we're not talking about damn robot times.
No, he at least has, I ain't necessarily saying that's the best idea. Personally, right now, at this point, I don't see what's wrong with it, but at least it's a strategy. Obama got nothing. I think they flying the planes over there and bombing them just, a little bit. Ted Cruz wants to bomb them a bunch.
That's the difference between having a strategy and not having a strategy.
Yeah.
That tan suit was funny. People say, oh, now we're talking about tan suit instead of real stuff. But, I mean, I walked by a TV and he was on there talking. I was like, what in the hell?
He looked like somebody wearing a outfit in Murfreesboro Play Actors Club or something.
Looked like he was dressed up as an inspector. He needed a floppy fedora or something.
Yeah.
Or like an inspector in like a damn Jimmy Buffett novel. Like Inspector, Beach Inspector.
Beach Inspectors.
Like he's an inspector solving crimes, but he's got time to go down to the Pudgy Whale.
What?
And have a pina colada. Pudgy Whale's a bar. I'm writing some Jimmy Buffett detective fan fiction.
What? Jimmy Buffett? He's a cheeseburger.
Yep, in paradise.
Yeah. I don't see what that's got to do with Obama looking like an idiot.
It's not coming down on Obama. It's not making a mountain out of a molehill. It's damn, if you go to church And one Sunday, the preacher stands up, and he's worn navy blue jackets, and he's worn black jackets every Sunday since you can remember. And then he gets up there, and he's wearing like a light tan jacket. Be like, what are you trying to prove?
Yeah. Why, it's just, I'm telling you, distraction.
Or like a light blue jacket. Like, what? It ain't Easter.
I think he said that to us. What do y'all think of my jacket? He'd say, they'd ask him a question. He'd say, we ain't got no strategy. What do y'all think of this?
Turn around. Let me give you the full view. I hope every good patriot in America went through their closet, pulled out every tan jacket they got, and threw it in the damn trash to combat tyranny.
Well,
now, some people can do Marty Robbins, white sport coat and pink carnation.
Well, yeah, he looked fine in tan, yeah. Off-white, what I call it.
Eggshell.
Yeah, eggshell.
So tan jacket, is that it? Is that all we got? We talked about a lot of stuff. Tan jacket.
World War III.
Oh, World War III.
No strategy.
No strategy. Ted Cruz, bomb them. Rick Perry, the ISIS coming over the border.
I tell you what, I wish his real life was like Dave.
Like they was. I never saw Dave. Is he a clone?
No, he's not a clone. He look-alike.
Oh, so you wish there was an Obama look-alike who had a better jacket.
In that, when President got sick, had a heart attack or something, which I ain't saying I want that to happen to Obama. I just want him to, maybe go in a coma or something. He'd be fine after
he likes taking vacations.
Well, yeah, he could just go.
Instead of a coma.
Just go golfing.
Tell him he obviously likes to go golfing. He can barely talk about somebody getting executed before he's got to shoot around.
I guarantee you, I'm going to reach out to all Obama impersonators. I'm going to say right now, every one of them do a better job than he's doing right now. Obama impersonator, if he was put on the spot like that, let's just say he's up there doing a routine, and somebody asked him, what about ISIS? He said, at least said something funny. Now, I ain't got no strategy. I don't know.
Right, they've been like ISIS. You mean like Shazam?
Well,
I mean, maybe better than that. Well, we would have time to work on it.
Well, at least he would say something, an impersonator, Obama impersonator, would have a more of an answer.
But that ain't how it works, Jack. You remember when Kennedy got shot? You remember. President John F. Kennedy got shot. You remember? And they had, who was that guy who had the record out? Von Meter? Is that his name?
Von Meter.
Kennedy. He was real famous for doing his Kennedy impression. He had a whole album out of Kennedy jokes and sketches. Now, when Kennedy got shot, they could have called Von Meter up and said, hey, you're taking over.
Well, his career was going down the drain anyway. At least give him a job because, you couldn't make fun of, everybody think he'd be mocking him after that, after what happened. So, they should have went and got him.
Saved Johnson a lot of trouble.
All you got to do is read the teleprompter.
And then go play golf.
I wonder if that's what happened. The teleprompter broke on him, and he ain't got no strategy.
You think teleprompter break makes him, it's like true serum? Like he panics, and he just says...
Well, he don't know. I guarantee you he panics or something, but I mean...
That's weird, though. Teleprompter break, he just automatically goes into, no subtext. He's just like...
Hey, you don't know what to say. You rushing. You up there on the spot. Just, I ain't got no strategy.
Was this a vacation teleprompter? Maybe it wasn't running.
I think he was.
Is he still on vacation?
Either that or he's at a fundraiser. He said, I read this. He was at some fundraiser. He said, the media to have you all believe the world is coming to an end. The media. Now, the media's full of it.
Yeah, that's weird. He's blaming the media now.
Yeah, media usually his best friend. They're going to be mad at him now.
So wait a minute. So what did he say after that?
Hell, I don't know. That's enough. I didn't read after that.
Media would have you believe the world's ending. Did he go on to explain why the world wasn't ending, that we shouldn't be worried about? Because he said the thing about no strategy.
Well, yeah. Don't worry. I got to, here's what we're going to do, but not even that. He just saying the media's full of it, and let's hope for the best.
Now, everybody calm down. I have no plan. But the world's not ending, despite all the evidence to the contrary.
Yeah.
Now, take it easy.
Maybe he knows it's all going to go up now, and he's just like, well, I might as well golf.
I don't blame him. If I knew World War III was coming, I'd be out there having fun, too.
Well, it don't
enjoy yourself.
It don't make no sense. Why is he raising all? If he knows the world's going to end, why is he going to all them damn fundraisers? That money gonna go to waste.
Buying rocket fuel to get him and his family and the Illuminati off this planet before the bombs rain down.
I wouldn't be surprised. They have that technology. They do. Back in the day, they didn't, but now they do. They get you in space.
So you saying when we went to the moon, we didn't have technology?
That was on TV. That just for show.
But now we can go to the moon.
Well, they don't go to the moon, do they? I didn't say go to the moon.
So you're saying it was a cover story when we were going to the moon, and when we stopped going to the moon, that means that we can really go to the moon?
No, they can't. They don't is a point. You can go into space. You can't go to, nobody gonna go to the moon.
So they just go up to a space station, hang out.
I guess. They get that far.
Jackie doesn't think we went to the moon. That's his conspiracy theory, he believes.
It's for show with no reason to go. It's just for show.
Why do we need a reason to do anything?
Well, what we do once we get to the moon? I don't know.
Come back.
I ain't got no strategy.
You go for a Sunday drive, you don't need a strategy. You got, I'm going to drive down to, just drive up the road.
Well, evidently they didn't have no strategy. Of course, the reason they didn't, because it wasn't real. Because you go to the moon and then all of a sudden, they ain't going to do that again. But they can get you up into space, that much I know. I seen on TV, in a space shuttle.
But you seen on TV them on the moon.
But did you see the difference? I know nowadays they can make anything look like anything. They make, we go see those superhero movies, everything. I can still tell it looks a little funny. But, they can do anything nowadays. But I can tell those people when they're drinking water, they spit it out. Just everything floating in space. They can get up to space. I ain't saying they can't.
But not to the moon.
No. Nobody. Why? There ain't no reason to go. Besides, just look at me. Look at me. Back then, they didn't know what the hell they's doing. You shoot a big rocket in the sky, everybody look at it. Next thing you know, look on TV, walking around. Bull hockey.
Well, folks, I reckon that's our podcast. We hope the world is still around next week.
Well, we said we'd get to 100. I'm going to try to do it. Regardless what kind of shape anything's in.
Seems like things are I hope that the world sticks around long enough for damn peace to come in Murfreesboro. We just need another week. We got the Peace Summit next week at the Murfreesboro City Fair. We'll
see what happens. People going to act like an idiot. I will say that. I don't know about no Peace Summit or any of that mess, because that's just, to me, that's just blowing things out of proportion. To want everybody just act right. For that matter, why the world act right? ISIS just act right. Everybody got common sense, just act right. Give ISIS an option. You either act right or this.
What would this be?
Like Ted Cruz said, I guess.
Act right. That's a pretty good. So who's the judge and jury on that, Jackie Brawls?
I think we can all agree not to cut anybody's head off.
That should be number one on the list.
That's on everyone's list.
Act Right, the Act Right list. That sounds like a good Southern gospel song, the Act Right list.
Well, there needs to be one, and everybody adhere to it at the Murfreesboro Fair. I always enjoy going to a fair. I like pet llama, camel, whatever they got, raccoon. All of them, they got every kind of animal on a chain or in a pen, everything there. I like to go look at the animals and pet some of them. I won't be able to do that in good conscience and not do it in fair. There's somebody gonna act like an idiot. Everywhere you go, you gotta live in fair. Somebody acting like an idiot in this town. Just act right.
Well, Jesus spoke right to my heart. He said, I'll tell you this. You got to check off every box on the act right list.
Yeah.
And then a chorus.
I'd
And somebody coming in with a high voice like, act right list. Check off every box, act right list.
Well, that's 10 Commandments, isn't it?
What rhymes with box?
I don't. Socks.
That ain't a gospel song?
Well, I don't know what it was.
Clocks, maybe. Doomsday clocks.
Well,
The 10 Commandments is an act right list, but if you call it act right list, maybe people will be more interested. Maybe they won't take your statue down.
all right, I'm through with this. We done?
I think so. I think we covered everything horrible.
Thank you again. It's winding down. I appreciate that. All of you listening. Like I said, warm old man's heart. You write your reviews on there. I sometimes in the store, he get it up on the computer. We read out loud, and everybody in there, I tell you, sometimes I blush. Nice stuff y'all say. Bad up me down here talking to you.
Cocks?
What?
I mean, but like chickens.
What?
Because it's gospel.
When the chicken gonna be in a gospel song? Chicken ain't got nothing to do with Jesus and going to heaven. Jesus.
Flocks! Check off every box, act right list. Jesus watch his flocks.
Flocks, yeah, now that makes sense. He walks over his flocks. That's what the sheep and fish in the Bible. It's sometimes pig.
And pigs run off a cliff. They got
The devil in them, yeah. Run them pigs off a cliff.
Demon.
Yeah, that's what Obama needs to do with ISIS.
Put a demon in them?
No, they run them off a cliff. I know Obama ain't got the power of Jesus, and all you liberals had to learn that the hard way, but he need to do something, at least have a strategy. You know, that's what they said all the time in the Bible. The apostles asked Jesus, more or less, what's your strategy? And then he say something, pretty, but not really. They confuse them a lot, like you see in the famous Last Supper. They all confused by what it says. Because they can't know.
Jesus is watching you. No buts or ifs. And if you don't obey him, pigs off of cliffs.
Yeah. It's a good. I'd waste of time down here talking. We ought to write some
gospel
songs.
Maybe we'll kickstart a gospel album.
I put a song book together, if not sell CDs, albums, or whatever they got now, records. Just do a songbook album, put it down glory hole. See people go down there and...
What are you talking about, a hymnal? The Jackie Broles hymnal?
Well, you help them too. You come up all the words. I'm just saying the song, you have... Just put some,
Did you say glory hole or glory shelf?
Glory, which one is it? It's shelf. Glory shelf.
It's glory shelf.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look for our gospel album coming soon. Thanks, everybody. This is our fourth ending. Rates and reviews.
Rates and review, iTunes. It's glory shelf. I don't know what made me think hole.
I don't either.
A cliff hole run something off in a...
I guess, sure.